how I got into racing was I hit the boys' dean in middle school because I was late for a class. And I had to write that I will not race in the hallway. Yeah, I don't remember how many times, but my parents had to sign it. And it was basically a situation where, okay, we got to get all this energy out of this kid. And so I did the Terry Fox 5K up in Lafayette. Don't know if it still exists or not. I also did the, we used to have the Indy Wheelchair Games, which was track and field, weightlifting, a bunch of different events. But my first 5K, I did it in 1 hour, 55 minutes, and 5 seconds. When the last time I went up there, basically the year before I retired, I did the same race in less than 15 minutes. You know, technology of the equipment, having the equipment instead of pushing a 70-pound hospital wheelchair, you know, training, maturity of my body. You know. I've been in 2 Paralympics. I was in Seoul, Korea in '88. I was in Barcelona in '92. I was in the Windsor Indoor Classic Championships, and I want to say that was '86. I was in the Stoke Mandeville Games, World Championships in '87. And I was in Austin, Holland for the Austin, Holland World Championships in 1990. When I retired, I had the national record in the 100, 200, and 400. I was 4/100ths of a second off the world record in the 100 meter. I hit 21 miles an hour. I had a body weight of 115 pounds. God, I wish I still had that. Anyway, and I could bench press 305 pounds. I didn't really have sponsorships to go around. It was my parents. I have the most supportive family anybody could ask for, bar none. My mom's been to every country that I've been to. My dad, he doesn't fly, so he went to Canada. But before I was able to get a racing chair, which my parents purchased, my dad built a racing chair. Yeah, they've been incredibly supportive. I could not be here today if my parents weren't the people that they are. I could not have succeeded if my parents cajoled me. Is that the word I'm looking for here? If my parents didn't treat me as they treated me, if they tried to baby me, there's no way I'd be able to do the things I do now. The south side of Indianapolis, while it has changed as the rest of the world has changed, it's still a pretty darn good place to live. And since I've lived there my entire life, all the small businesses, they helped out. But to try and say I had a sponsorship, I can't really say that. It was a community thing, you know. I'll never forget coming back from, I think, Barcelona. We got pulled over. And I looked at my dad and I said, "Were you speeding?" And my dad was trying to play dumb. He was like, "Well, I don't think so." Well, it was a Southport policeman. And he says, "Is that Frank Epperson in that van?" And of course my dad says yes. He says, "We want to give him a police escort home." And so I get home and then my neighbors are all there and there's a big banner, and maybe that was no, that was Seoul, Korea in '88. When I got back from Barcelona in '92, that's when people met me at the airport. Then that was a lot of fun.